What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? We are officially at the halfway point. If you guys are signing on, say hi to the comments.
Hi, comments.
No, and say hi. Tell your team to get on.
Hi, team.
Because we love to have people on. What's up, Sasha, Jessica?
Hey, Sasha. Hey,
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Go. So you guys are jumping on. Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. Again, I said it already. It's halfway point. So in 6 weeks today, you guys will be on stage, rocking the stage in front of 900 people and, you know, showing off all the goodies that you guys have worked on. And what?
That sounds weird.
Doesn't sound weird. Go.
I'm kidding. Hi, 7 awesome people. Tina, what's up?
So we actually, you know, if you guys haven't seen your before and after pictures, they look amazing. You know, you guys are progressing really well. And we've looked, and some people, you know, if you're not progressing, there's probably a reason why. Yes. And we can tell because there's a certain bloat to the face when you cheat. There's when you're not on point. The body retains a little bit differently than someone who hasn't been cheating. So you only have 6 weeks left. It's not really that much time. I posted something today, and a past release candidate was like, man, this is basically all over, you know, because time is going to fly right now. So
hey, Leslie. Hi, Scott. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Jamie. Who else is here? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Brian. Hi, Kenna. I missed one. Hi, Christina. Go under Jamie. Who's under Jamie? Whoa, 10 more comments. Tina. Yeah.
Bernie is freaking out. Yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah, freak out.
Yeah, freak it out.
Okay, we're going to get started. I know we've been doing some shenanigans to start things off, but we're just really excited for you guys because it's totally crunch time. Hi, Trisha.
Meal plans, they're going to change depending on if someone's not progressing, or, you know, if we know that they've been full or not. The ones that have been still full, we've changed theirs, but everybody else has been progressing this week. A lot of people won't change as much.
For the most part, you guys, like tweaking the meal plan isn't really going to give you crazy results. It's your consistency unless you're feeling full. So if you're feeling full, then definitely let your coach know or us know, because then we will need to cut your food. But your body is always going to want to be in a state of homeostasis. It's always going to want to fight whatever new things you're doing. So the more consistent you are, it sometimes takes a little bit longer for you to shock your body enough for it to start shedding the weight. I know, like there was a guy, Brian, and even Scott in the last program, they kind of had a few weeks of just little weight gain, little weight gain, little weight gain. And it was like, boom, like a lot. So just
lost, you mean?
Lost. I'm sorry, weight loss. But it just like all of a sudden, well, your body will finally just like say, okay, I'll stop fighting it and let you drop the weight. So just be consistent.
And a little tip for you guys, we're at the 6 week mark. If you feel like you're, you know, feeling good, working out with, you know, this amount of food and everything, I have a suggestion. Do your HIIT cardio in the morning, and you could do one later in the day. You know, so you got to have meals in between, at least one meal, and then you could do another HIIT cardio later, or a steady state cardio, or FitX, or something like that, or some type of class. So 2 cardios a day. Make sure they're spread out. There's at least a meal in between those, and that's a little bonus for you guys.
Also, hey, Jackie and Ashley, just so you guys know, it's okay to be freaking out right now about your body, about being in a bikini, about taking your shirt off for the guys. It's okay to freak out. That's totally normal. It's totally part of the process. But just know, no matter what, on August 28th, you'll be stepping on stage with your shirt off or in a bikini. So now is a great time to start loving yourself, right? Start looking past the flaws and the things that don't feel right or you think don't look right, and start looking for what is working. And honestly, I would take a look around the room when you come to posing practice, when you come to work out, when you come to fit club, because there's a lot of other people there who are probably struggling with the same things you are. And maybe, just maybe, I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes when you love yourself a little bit more, when you're able to look in the mirror and be like, I love myself, you may inspire someone else to do the same. You might give someone else permission to be like, yeah, I do love myself too. I am a beautiful person. If she can love herself, I can love myself. So just keep being positive, keep being brave. And I know it's tough, but you guys, you're almost there. We have 6 weeks left. And if you feel like you're not there yet, really go hard these next 6 weeks on the mindset too. Trying to transition so you could be stronger mentally and physically.
Cardio. You could do 2. Spread it out in a day. Spread it out.
That's all
Spread it
Joe
out.
cares about. So.
Yes, spread it out. Make sure you're not cheating, that kind of stuff. So we're trying to get you guys look the best you guys can. So
What'd they say over there?
I got major bedhead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he literally just woke up from the nap of death. So yeah.
Cool. My body needs a rest. All right, so we're gonna go right into it. We have the awesome Prego Ashley, who's getting ready to have the baby anytime soon. So please give her your full attention. Show her some love. The baby Zoe might come out. So get ready, guys. Get ready. Here we go, guys.
Take it away, Ashley.
Boom, Ashley. There you go.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're having an awesome weekend. So Joe and Elsie kind of talked to you guys about there being 6 weeks left and sticking with your meal plans and your workout plans and your mindset. And in order to do those things, you need willpower, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight. No, I'm not talking about this kind of willpower. Goodbye. You need willpower, and the definition of willpower is the ability to control yourself, strong determination that allows you to do something difficult. So obviously what you're doing in this program, whether it be mindset or following your meal plans, it's something difficult that you have to have the ability to do. And so we're going to be talking about willpower tonight because there's some really common misconceptions about willpower. If you think about it, I have a question for you guys. I know you can't really answer me, but do you ever tackle goals and realize one moment you have tons of willpower and then the next moment you have no willpower at all and you find yourself cheating, you find yourself having a horrible mindset, you find yourself stressed out, but then the next day you find yourself perfectly fine on your meal plan? Well, the common misconception about willpower is that willpower is not on will call. It's not just always there when you need it. There's a book called The One Thing by Gary Keller that I borrowed from Joe and Elsie. It's an awesome book if you ever want a motivational book to read. But it explains that as powerful as your motivation may be, willpower is not just sitting around waiting on your call. It's not just always something that's there ready for you to use. It's something that you have to learn to manage and learn how and when to find it. So it's like I said before, it's a common misbelief that willpower is just there. I know a lot of times when you do programs, whether it be the release candidate or you try to have any goals in life, that people just tell you just need willpower. You need to have willpower, which it's true that you need to have it, but it's not, it doesn't come as easily as we think it does. I'm going to tell you about a study that was done in the late 60s and early 70s. So they put some kids in a room and they offered them either a pretzel, a cookie, or a marshmallow. Each child was told that the researcher had to step out of the room for about 15 minutes. And if they can hold off on eating their treat, that they would be given a second treat. So they either got one treat now or 2 treats later. The way the research turned out was that the children tried a bunch of different strategies to avoid eating the treat so that they can have the second one. They closed their eyes, they sniffed it, they touched it. They tried to resist, but the average was that the kids only lasted 3 minutes before they ate that treat. There was only 3 out of the 10 children that were able to delay gratification. So out of that study, only 3 out of 10 children were able to wait the 15 minutes and got their second treat. So in 1981, the researcher began to follow up with the success of those test subjects, and the ones that had displayed the most willpower had the highest academic success, higher feelings of self-worth, and better stress management. However, he also learned that since willpower is not on will call, it requires you to manage it, and the timing of how you use it is also very important. So we're just gonna be going over tonight how to manage willpower, how to know when to use it, and what you do when it does run out and how you refuel it. In the book, they compared, imagine the power bar on your cell phone. This is how I'm gonna give you a clear understanding of how willpower works. So you start off your day at full charge. But as the day goes on, every time you use your willpower, your green bar shrinks, and so does your willpower. So once you're in the red, you're done. So you start off your day full charge, you have tons of willpower. You get up in the morning, you have your first meal of the day from your meal plan. And as the day continues to go on, you're using that willpower to fight off the negative thoughts, to fight off eating bad. But willpower has a limited battery life. So if you don't recharge it, by the time the night comes, you have ran out of willpower, and then you're more likely to late night snack or to cheat late at night. How many of you have done so good all out the day just to, at the end of the night, end up cheating and having some ice cream or having something sweet at the end of the night? That's because your willpower ran out because you used so much of it during the day. So that's why it's important to learn how to manage it so that you have enough to get through all of your tasks. So it's limited, but it is renewable. That's what you have to remember. Willpower is limited, but it is renewable. The book also went on to explain that each act throughout your day is a win-lose scenario, where winning is when you win at an immediate situation using willpower, you're more likely to lose later because you have less of your willpower left. So let's just say you have a really tough day and you get through that whole day. Like I said before, by the time the end of the day comes, you have no more willpower left, and that's when you tend to mess up. We act as if willpower is endless, but it's not, and we have to learn how to manage it. Another study that they talked about in the chapter in the book called The One Thing was that they did a study at Stanford University. Students were asked to memorize either a 7-digit number or a 2-digit number. They were also offered a snack for participating in the program. They either got a piece of chocolate cake or a bowl of fruit. So the majority of the students that were asked to remember the 7-digit number were 2 times as likely to choose the chocolate cake over the bowl of fruit. And that just shows that the more we use our mind, the less mind power we have. And if you really think about that, that makes a lot of sense. The more we're using our mind to control ourselves throughout the day, the less power that our mind has as we go on. So while decisions tap into our willpower, you guys also have to realize that the food we eat is also a key player in our level of willpower. The brain makes up 1/50 of our body mass, but consumes 1/5 of the calories we burn for energy. So I want you guys to really pay attention to this. Most of our conscious activity happens in our prefrontal cortex. And that's the part of your mind that's responsible for focusing, handling short-term memory, solving problems, and moderating impulse control. Impulse control comes into play when you're trying not to cheat on your meal plan, when you're trying not to go off on somebody that makes you mad and you're trying to stay positive. So it's the center of our executive control and willpower. Now, the more developed parts of our brain that controls our nervous system and our breathing, if we skip meals, that part's not tend to be affected, but the part that controls our willpower and our self-control, a lot of times I hear you guys say, I'm so full, I'm not gonna eat all my meals, or I only ate one of my meals today. Well, when you do that, you're actually affecting your willpower. You're affecting parts of your brain that help you be able to control yourself. So just as it's important to eat and eat the right things, it's also important to eat all of your food. When your coaches give you a meal plan, all of this is in mind when they give you this. You need to make sure not to skip meals because it actually affects your control over things. Studies show that willpower is a mental muscle that doesn't bounce back quickly. As you use willpower, you have to continue to refuel it. So to do our best, we literally have to feed our mind. So make sure you are eating all the food in your meal plan. If you're on macros, make sure you're hitting all of your numbers. It's there for a reason. It's not there just to make your body get smaller. It's also there to help you stay in control. I know that when I don't eat all my meals, my brain doesn't function correctly and I don't feel good and I'm not making good decisions. And then I grab whatever there is to eat. So if you just really think about kind of how you feel when you skip meals, it makes a lot of sense that it's important to eat all your food. Foods that elevate blood sugar evenly over long periods of time, like complex carbs and proteins, it's the fuel of choice for high achievers, which is why, think about it, your meals have a lot of high complex carbs and a lot of protein. All that takes play in your brain fuel. Let's see. The dangers of not managing our willpower is that we tend to use default judgment. So I'm going to explain that. If you think about default judgment, it's what you default to when you run out of willpower. So when you no longer have control and you've ran out of willpower, are you grabbing the bag of carrots? Are you grabbing the bag of chips? If somebody cuts you off on the road, are you going to default to a positive mindset? Are you going to default to your old ways and cuss them out? So when we don't learn how to manage our willpower and we run out of it, we are in danger of going back to our default ways. And I'm going to give you guys an example of that. The veterans in the Release Candidate Program. Think about this. In your first program, you had so much willpower. You got on stage and you rocked it and you did your best. You stuck to your meal plan. You were working out all the time. But now that you've done more than one program, you guys have average results. When you tend to go back to your default settings, you end up getting average results. A lot of you guys that are stepping on stage and it's not your first time stepping on stage, you should be better than what you were when you first stepped on stage. But you've used so much of your willpower and you haven't learned how to refuel that willpower. You've went back to your default. You went back to eating whatever you want to eat, exercising only when you feel like it, and then you end up with average results. And that's why a lot of times when we see people repeat the program, they don't do as well as they did in their first show because they've used up so much willpower and they haven't learned how to refuel it. So you guys have to be very conscious of when you feel your willpower diminishing and how to replenish it. We don't lose willpower because we think about it. We lose willpower because we don't think about it. It's something you have to be very conscious of. There's willpower and there's won't power. And I've seen a lot of this with the candidates also. I've seen a lot of won't power. And you don't even realize that when you're facing challenging situations, you're bringing your won't power and you're making it harder than it has to be. A lot of you guys say, I can't do those exercises. I can't eat these foods. I can't eat this much protein. No, you won't do it. That's what you need to start saying. Don't say you can't eat that much food. Say you won't eat that much food because you can do it. And that's what you guys have to stop bringing won't power and start implementing willpower. When we fail to reserve willpower for things that matter most, we don't replenish it when it's low. And then we set ourselves up for the toughest possible path to success. So you guys, I'm going to keep reiterating, refuel your willpower. You put your willpower to work by paying attention to it, respecting it, and you have to make it do, sorry, hold on. You have to make it a priority. When your willpower is at its highest, that's when you want to use it for the things that are most important throughout your day. In the post that I'm going to post today on the Release Candidate page, I'm going to list some things that tax on your willpower. I'm not going to go through the list now, but there are some common things in everyday life that drain your willpower that you need to be conscious of. And when you look at the list, not all of those things are that important for you to use your willpower for. So when you're going throughout your day, you have to use your willpower on the most important things, so that as your willpower starts to run out, the less important things are what's left. So you need your willpower at full strength to ensure that when you're doing the right thing, you don't let anything distract you or steer you away from it. Then you need enough for the rest of the day to either support or avoid sabotaging what you've done. And that's all the willpower you need to be successful. I'm going to repeat that. You need enough power to get you through the day, to make sure that you're doing the right thing, making the right choices, eating the right foods, doing the right exercise. And then you need enough for the rest of the day to support or avoid sabotaging what you've done. So many of you guys, and myself included, will do so well throughout the day with sticking to a meal plan. And then you let your willpower run out and you sabotage it by going to have the biggest cheat meal at the end of the day. You've pretty much sabotaged everything you worked so hard for throughout the day. So you have to be more conscious of that. So the key is to do your most important work early before your willpower runs out. Don't fight your willpower. Build your days around how it works. Willpower may not be on will call, but when you use it first on what matters most, you can always count on it. I really hope that you guys got something out of that tonight, and that you got a better understanding of how willpower works. And like I said, I'm going to list the key facts in the post, but the most important thing to realize is not to take advantage of it, because it's not always there. It's something you do have to fight for. I know it's so easy as coaches to tell you, you need to be determined, you need willpower, you need this, but it doesn't come as easy as that. It's something that you have to work for. It's not something that your coaches can't give you willpower. You have to find that within yourself and learn to refuel it on a daily basis. And I'm going to turn it back over to the lovely Joe and Elsie.
Good job, good job, good job.
We still have Ashley presenting.
Oh, Ashley, you're still presenting. Ashley's still presenting.
Click that button again.
This one?
Yep. Drink that water, Ashley. Great job.
Good job. Are we on?
No. Yep.
Yep. There we go. Got it.
All right. Well, that was a great talk. Disappointed that baby Zoe was not born during it, but that's okay. We'll just wait for next Sundays. So you guys, really powerful topic today. Thank you so much, Ashley, for sharing that. Willpower. I know we talk about it all the time, and I think someone had posted like a similar quote to what I'm about to say earlier in the week, but they had said like, we don't need to shower every day, but it's highly recommended. And the same thing goes for our mindset. Like we always need to constantly clean out our mind, keep it strong, and even work it out like we would our body. If you guys heard what Ashley said, like your brain burns like 1/5 of your body's calories. So just by thinking, you know, doing your mindset, trying to stay on course, doing your scheduling, everything else, your mind is like utilizing calories. And you need to replenish it by eating your meals on time so you can restore those glycogen levels. Just like if you did a big workout, you'd want to restore your muscles, you're going to restore your brain as well. So think about your brain as a muscle and really work it out. Read, watch motivational videos, you know, stay positive. Things like that are going to make it so much easier to stay stronger longer.
It was also a great point was she when Ashley was talking about, you know, the veterans, the people who've already been on stage or done this program maybe one time or two times. They're having a difficult time right now trying to stay focused and trying to, you know, to maintain that willpower. And, you know, it's been like that for every single program. And it's just finding that way to stay strong, to keep going with your goals, to know where you want to be at the end of this. So if you've done this program again, you know, you know the tools that you have to, you know, already gotten in previous programs, but you just got to find a way and maneuver to get to that finish line and do everything and say no to certain things like funnel cake at the fair or drinks at the barbecue or certain things like that, because, you know, you guys committed to the program and you guys committed to step on stage August 28th.
With that being said, remember you guys do have a challenge going on right now. It is the 5 days, 5 friends selfie challenge. The challenge was to take a picture with one person or post a picture of one new friend a day and one thing you really love about your new friend. You could take all of the pictures in one day, but you're only going to be able to post one a day. So you guys have 3 more days to finish that challenge. Hopefully you guys are doing it, meeting some new people in the program. If you guys have met any new friends in the program that you love, go ahead and comment in the chat on the side of this, wherever that may be. Also, you guys remember this Wednesday, we do have your workout. We may do a little bit of posing at that time as well for anyone who missed it. So don't miss this Wednesday. And for those of you who went and got your bikinis already, congratulations. Just keep in mind, you guys, although you're going to Sells to try on bikinis and kind of get a feel for what options look best on you, you do not need to get a bikini from Sell. You are more than welcome to get something from the store or online or whatever else. Just know that we do have 6 weeks left, so your body is still changing. It may get a lot smaller. So,
well, yeah, from what we saw from the first 6 weeks, it's definitely going to get smaller the last 6 weeks. So you combine those two together, you know, magnificent results.
Pretty crazy results. So just keep that in mind as you guys go and try on suits. Don't get too nervous if things don't fit right away, or if you're going to try on bikinis and everything is small, everything isn't going to be your size, but just imagine that when it's made custom, it will be. Otherwise, you can find something awesome.
Guys, work on your lat spread. That's these wings. Make them stick out. Try to figure out how to stick them out. Pulling them out makes your waist look smaller, guys.
And you guys will practice that on Wednesday as well. So this week, you guys, just keep taking your selfie photos. Get ready for Wednesday. We're going to go hard at a quick workout and then posing. Remember to message your coaches if you are full or if you're having any complications with your meal plan. Also, remember, this is an open door policy. The door is open. If you've been cheating or not eating all of your food, you need to let someone know. Either your coach, Joe, myself, message us. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to slap your wrists with a ruler. We just need to know so that we can adapt your program accordingly to compensate for that. Lastly, your teams are going to walk on stage to a song. We're going to need you guys as a team to come up with 2 songs for you guys to rock the stage to.
Oh, 2 songs.
Yes, because you may need 2, you may need 1, so we're just going to do 2 to be safe. It is first come, first serve. I know Sam and Drew's team came up with a song already. You can talk
cool.
while anyway, it doesn't
School
matter.
Doesn't matter.
So, okay. So anyway, 2 songs, pick them, love them, walk to them.
If you guys want, 6 weeks left, do your 2 cartridges a day. You guys are still not hitting your gallons of water, as I've, talked to you guys at the club. Come on, got to get a gallon. You're actually supposed to be at least 1.5 gallons by this point, as your body's adjusting and it's still flushing stuff out. So get that gallon at least. Recommend it at least 1.5 gallons. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, everybody that was on. If someone on your team missed a call, they can watch the recording by clicking that link on the release candidate page. If there's any questions, let me see.
Yay, people love their bikinis.
Cool. They met so many amazing people.
Yay.
Cool. That's it. Sounds good, guys. I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. Meal prep, get your workout in, have fun, live life, guys. Bye.